on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Let's go. Ready?
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get them going. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force. And if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
That is caught. McMillan with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Young off the bootleg. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Here we go. Ready.
Now here's Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
To the air once more, Young. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Young to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step, you go to them early and often.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal?
Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because He went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him up.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep.
Here we go. Here we go. Move 32.
Young. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Daniel Whelan now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Bellinger hauls it in on left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Daniel Bellinger, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First down, Panthers.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Ready?
Young. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Black 40. Right blue. Set.
To throw, Young.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ready. 45. White. Ready.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Black Ultra. Hut, hut.
Here's Young.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
That's good.
52 blocks.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Panther first down.
Now Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Down. Set.
Now Young. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He gets 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Young will set to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 10.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Heavy 60. Heavy 60.
Back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. It's a no run here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll drop to throw. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Panthers 3. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Come on, set.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down, Panthers.
Let's go now. Ready?
Young to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready. 10 black. Mega. Set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute.
Ready?
That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
33. Yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
They'll throw again. Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Carolina.
Throwing. Young. Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the... And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 79, 72, Mustang 19. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Panthers 3. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-hand blowout material. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Dragon 60.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
19 Lion. Hey, smash. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's 4th down.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready?
Now ETN to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Young now.
That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good. Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Blue striker.
Young working out of the gun.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Young. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
And the Panthers, first down. A gain of 29 yards. And the Panther, first down.
Now here's Young. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his own brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go, set. Yellow, black, shot. Ready.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
10 black. Smash, red. Hut.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
And this pass broken up. And the contact, long time there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Set.
Young to throw on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41.
looking to put a drive together.
It's a turnover on downs.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Panthers, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
Red,
First
38.
down, Panthers.
Set.
Young to throw it. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Trevor Etienne, 71 yards. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
For the extra point.
Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Panthers 10. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Panthers 10. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Junior on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
33. Yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Yellow red.
And the Panthers first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First first down, Carolina.
Looking to throw, Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Young, he's going to change it up.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
2nd and 10.
A run up the middle with Irving. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Panthers 17. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
10 at the 10-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here is Young. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
52 points. Claude Ray. Set.
Young. That is caught. Through the middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, 74 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Young's going to throw for this. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
25.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Handoff running left, Irving. Pushing his way through. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
Bronco 80. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Tampa Bay, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.